Good evening and welcome to Linnell Gymnasium on the campus of Thorne Academy. I'm Zach Durenko here with Cole Purvis, Josh Pulsifer, and Troy Bolduck, bringing you some varsity girls basketball action between the home team, the Thorne Academy Golden Trojans, and the away team, the Windham Eagles, here on TATV. It's a good matchup here for the Trojans, who are still undefeated. They are 5-0, one of the only undefeated teams left in all of girls' main basketball, whether that be Class AA, A, B, C, or D. So we are just about set to get going. Cole, as we look at this matchup, Windham coming in 3-3, struggled a little bit up and down season. TA, on the other hand, has been very consistent and dominant in all of their games. What do you expect to see tonight from both of these teams?
They've been unstoppable so far this season. No teams come within 16 points of them, so they've been winning these games very easily. And if you look at this team, if they're going to make a run late in the season, it's going to be because of their big three, and that's Addison Sulikowski, Jess Dow, and Kylie Lamson. All three of them can score from anywhere on the floor. They're going to shoot the three at a high rate. They've been making consistently around 8 or 9 threes a game, so it makes for a very fun team to watch. But one thing to look out for tonight is how they finish at the rim. They have to be strong finishing at the rim and drawing fouls and getting to the line a lot, but I think that they can cruise to a win tonight if they play as well as they can.
Definitely, and we look at some of the statistics for Thorne Academy throughout the first 5 games. They scored 50 or more points in every game this season, highest being 74 points, only allowing 33.6 points per game. On the opposite side, Windham, they have lost a few times by more than 50, scored 50 twice. They are scoring 41.7 points per game and allowing 39.2. They are 5th in Class AA North. This is the first time this year TA is playing a Class AA North team. TA, on the other hand, is 1st in Class AA South, and they have beaten just about everybody in their division so far. They are led by the freshman Kylie Lamson, 14.6 points per game, the only player this season for TA with 20 or more points. Before we get going, we will have the national anthem here at Linnell Gymnasium. Just about ready to go here from Linnell Gymnasium. Before we get any further, I want to thank some of our sponsors here on TATV. I want to thank Pack Will & Carroll Insurance and Saco Bedford Savings, as well as the Webb Family Law Firm, who hosts our pregame and postgame show, and Top It Mobile Ice Cream Cart, which hosts our halftime show. We will plug those in a few more times during this game. TA looking to stay undefeated, while Windham's trying to build off a loss to Bangor after a tough one. Bangor has been a dominant power in girls Class AA North. As a low-scoring game, 33-27. We will see number 25, Stella Jarvas, and Emily Coleman for the tip.
TA with their first home basketball game in a while, and the boys are away at Windham tonight. Boys also undefeated. So a great night of basketball for both the boys and the girls.
Driving inside, goes out on the far side to Elizabeth Levesque. Levesque back out up top to Abby Thornton. Been the most consistent scorer for Windham this season. This gives around to Levesque. Levesque now to Mallory Muse. Here's Kylie Garrison off her foot, picked up by Sulikowski. That'll end up a steal. It's a three from Lamson off the mark. Dow with the rebound.
Lamson's been huge for their success so far. She had 20 points the other night against Gorham, and she sets the tone for this offense and makes them play with a lot of energy, which they didn't have a lot of last year.
Offensive foul on Jessica Dow. That one is questionable, but it'll be now a Windham possession.
Right idea by Dow, though, attacking strong to the basket early and got the charge called on her there, but big thing for TA tonight is how much can they get to the line.
Now with it is Stella Jarvas. Mallory Muse takes a shot off the glass, no good, and Coleman ends up with the rebound. Coleman gets it to Dow, and now Dow will take it up the floor. Nice pass from Dow to Sulikowski. She grabs her first basket. The assist for Jessica Dow.
One of the best transition teams in the state, and good vision by Dow there to find Sulikowski right under the basket, and she finishes for the first points of the game.
Abby Thornton, nice pass inside to Stella Jarvas, just off the mark. And Lamson with a quick rebound, trying to get up the floor. Good defense by Windham, and then Hannah Cook gets it from Lamson, and she hits the three. Her first basket of the day.
We talked about the big three, but Hannah Cook did have 11 points at Gorham. Really great three-point shooter.
Thornton now in control. TA leads 5-0. That's a steal for Lamson. And here she goes up the floor by herself, trying to make a move. Levesque, good defense, steps back. Might have been thinking about a three there. Cook now going inside to Dow. Dow, nice spin, and lays it in. Jessica Dow, early start for TA. It's 7-0, and Windham will take a timeout there. We will keep it here for the time being. 5:44 to go in the first quarter. Cole, really good start for TA in transition. It's been great.
Yeah, that's a great finish by Jess Dow there. A great spin move, and just working on these post moves is something that TA can really do to step up their game this year, and a great left-handed finish by Dow. It always helps when you can finish with both hands, and Windham is just on offense. They're a cutting team, and if TA can stop these cuts to the basket and deflect these passes and get in the passing lanes, it'll be a pretty easy time for them on defense tonight, as they are yet to give up a point.
One of the things that TA struggled with last year was three-point shooting. So far today, they are 1 of 2. TA has really not had any trouble scoring or playing defense this year. They really haven't had many faults or things that have hurt them in games that they've been winning by a good 10 to 15 points in every game. That's a great steal from Emily Coleman, and Coleman now to the basket and lays it in. Coleman finishing it up with her first basket. It's now 9-0, an early lead for the Trojans. Muse out up top to Kylie Garrison. Jarvas was looking for Abby Thornton. Muse puts up a floater off the basket, won't go. Rebound to Sulikowski, and now TA will slow it down a little bit. Lamson takes control. Hands it off to Sulikowski. Back out up top to Jessica Dow. Dow trying to drive in. Got a little bit of space, takes a shot off the mark. Levesque grabs the rebound. Goes up and good. Stella Jarvas putting it up for Windham. They get their first basket, going to line for three-point play.
If Windham wants to get something going, it has to be in transition. They have not been good out of a dead ball so far yet today. And the thing that sets TA apart is their energy on the defensive side of the ball. Windham's just kind of going through the motions right now. We know they're going to cut to the basket every single play. You'll see multiple players just come out off the three-point line and make a hard cut to the basket, and TA's done a good job defending that.
Windham finally puts a stop to that TA run. It's now 9-3. Day looking to respond here. They're trying somewhat of a full court press, and now good pass inside from Sulikowski to Coleman. Looking for a foul there, no call. That'll be end up a block for Kylie Garrison there. And it actually looks like it went off Coleman. Here's Muse. Now Garrison. Good drive by Garrison, and the underhand finish for Garrison. Her first basket's now 9-5.
Yeah, they just have to be quicker. Getting beat off the dribble is not something that you want to see on defense.
3 for Sulikowski, just off the mark and rebounded by Thornton. Tough shot there for Sulikowski. Now looking inside, here's Stella Jarvas. Jarvas could move and turn off the mark, grabs her own rebound. Now gets it over to Thornton, and Thornton got it to go. Her first basket assist from Garrison.
Windham was kind of sleepwalking through the first couple minutes, but now they've matched TA's speed, and they're back into this game as it's only 9-7 now.
Nice pass inside from Sulikowski to Coleman off the mark. And Levesque grabs the rebound. Garrison will slow it down. It's now 9-7. TA's lost their momentum. Nice pass to the cutting Abby Thornton. Thornton has 2 baskets now. Garrison with another assist. And it's 9-9 TA. This full court press kind of defense has worked. Forced TA to make some desperate baskets. Lamson, nice pass inside. It's stolen away by Garrison. And now here they go.
TA started off on a 9-0 run as there's a travel there by Thornton. TA started on a 9-0 run, and then Windham answers with a 9-0 run to themselves, and that was a great way to get back into this game.
Be TA's possession now, and Windham will back off just a little bit. Here's Cook. Cook trying to get around Muse, driving inside and trying to put it up off the edge of the backboard, and now here goes Muse, who took it away. Here's Thornton. Almost found the cutting player. That was Mallory Muse. Back out to Thornton. Abby Thornton to Stella Jarvas. Defended by Catherine LeBlanc, who just came off the bench for Emily Coleman. On the ground, trying to see who can grab it. They're going to say it was out of bounds off of TA. So it'll stay Windham ball.
A little bit of confusion. They thought that Windham touched it last, but they're going to call it off of Kylie Lamson.
There's Levesque back out to Kylie Garrison. Garrison to Thornton. Thornton's guarded by Jessica Dow. Good pass inside to Thornton, but it'll be a turnover as it was off her hands and out of bounds. Here's Lamson, picks up her dribble. Windham doing a good job of stopping Lamson from getting to the basket today. There's a chance for 3 from her, and she got it. Her second attempt, and she gets this one to go. She's 1 of 2 now. And TA back in control, 12-9. Assist there for Jessica Dow. Here's Garrison, off to Thornton. Now Levesque, up top to Muse. Hands it off to Stella Jarvas. Trying to find the pass inside, stolen away by Lamson. Lamson has 2 steals now in the game. She's trying to take on Levesque. Good pass inside to Sulikowski. Sulikowski goes up off the mark. Garrison with the rebound. And now here goes Windham trying to get some points off the turnover. Garrison lost control of the ball. It'll be out of bounds off Windham and TA possession.
So one major flaw with TA is they're too out of control when they drive to the basket. Could have taken an extra dribble to gather yourself there and go up strong instead of going up on the run, because it's hard to stop yourself when you're running at full speed like that.
Here is Lamson taking the ball up the floor. Now to Cook. Sub came in there for Mallory Muse. In her place is Neve Ledbetter. Foul there called on to Stella Jarvas, her first foul of the game.
Wiped away a Sulikowski 3, but they'll still get it back.
Ball goes to Dow. Dow trying to drive through Garrison. Lamson the 3. Got it. Nice pass there from Dow. That's Dow's third assist and Lamson's second three-pointer. She's got 6 points, and TA back up to a 6-point lead here, under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Just a great wing shooter for the Trojans. Already 2 3-pointers in this first quarter. Had 4 their last game. Consistent from beyond the arc.
Ledbetter to Stella Jarvas. Flings it over to Levesque. She is double covered there. Trying to get around the baseline. It'll be out of bounds. Levesque stepped out. TA now will take it under their basket with 26.8 seconds to go, up 15-9.
Can't drive into double teams, especially when you're going baseline. That creates an ugly situation, and it's hard to find a pass from underneath the basket when you have 2 defenders around you.
Here's Sulikowski, gave it off to Dow. Dow lost her dribble, but no one tried to take the ball back. Lamson, a long 3, just this one off the mark. Rebound by Garrison. They will try to go for the jump ball. Garrison got out of it. Yes, they shoot it, and that was too late as the clock sounded. So TA leads 15-9. A nice first quarter for the Trojans. We'll take a break here on TA TV. Be back for the second quarter of action.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this my room?
We are back here on TA TV as both teams are set to get going here. TA with a 15-9 lead. If you're just joining us, I'm Zach Tarenko here with Cole Purvis, Josh Pulsfer, and Troy Bolduc here on TA TV for yet another girls varsity basketball game here. The Windham Eagles, the away team, 3-3 this year. TA 5-0, perfect at home.
Exciting first quarter. TA races out to a 9-0 lead, and then Gorham answers with 9 points, and TA able to recapture the momentum. Going up 15-9 here in the second quarter. Play Coach Marston drew up out of the timeout, didn't work, so they'll have to go back to work on defense here.
Coach Marston, one of the esteemed coaches here in the state of Maine for girls basketball. Garrison was looking for a shot and stepped back instead, gives it to Abby Thornton. Jarvas to Levesque. Now over to Ledbetter. And swung back to Garrison. Garrison now inside to Jarvas. Jarvas with the turn and the lay-in. Nice pass from Garrison. And Jarvas now has 5 and leads Windham in scoring. She has the highest point total of anybody for Windham this season with 21 in their win over Edward Little 2 weeks ago. It's a travel call there on Hannah Cook. It'll be Windham possession now, 15-11. Still 6:56 to go in the second quarter. Lots of action left to play. But I'm trying to move the ball quickly. Ledbetter almost lost control of it there. Now here's Garrison.
Some substitutions. Claudia Pelletier and Emily Coleman back in the game for TA. We'll see how much they use their bench. Since their starters have been so effective this year, they haven't really needed it much.
Great movement there by Coleman, trying to grab the rebound. She kept it in. Windham couldn't do anything with it.
Great job by Cook staying straight up there. They were looking to get a foul called, but Cook did a nice job defending.
Here's Sulikowski trying to get inside to Coleman, lost control of it, picked up by Ledbetter. Now here goes Ledbetter up the floor. Under the basket, and Jarvas threw it away. That's a turnover, and it'll be TA possession. Last year, TA lost to Windham by a pretty large score. If you remember, last year Windham had one of the top seniors in the state, Sarah Talon, who's now at the University of Maine. And I actually saw this morning that she won the America East, which is the conference that UMaine plays in. She won America East Rookie of the Week for a 25-point game.
Yeah, it's awesome. I saw she had 25, as you said, and then 21 a couple nights ago.
Yep.
So making an impact as a freshman at UMaine.
Lots of former Maine high school girls players in that program. Amy Vachon, the head coach, does a great job as the UMaine women's team is doing a great job this year. Garrison, the floater, won't go. Rebound to Cook. Here goes TA. Lamson trying to drive inside. Good move. It's a little too hard there on that layup. She goes up a second time and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line and shoot 2. That foul is on number 25. That's Jarvas, her second. Looks like Dow will check back in for the Trojans as Lamson is at the line. Lamson, her first is off the mark. That second one is good from Kylie Lamson.
Good cut by Thornton.
Thornton got the basket there for Windham. There goes Dow. Now Lamson the 3. That one's a little bit short. Rebound to Jarvas. Sulakowski, no foul. Great block there.
That was just a well-timed block attempt by Sulakowski, and she got a piece. The key for Windham is to be on target on these passes. They've thrown it away a couple times, and sometimes they've made a good pass and have been able to hit the cutter for an easy layup. It's an interesting offense to watch. Definitely predictable, but sometimes still tough to stop.
Great pass inside from Jessica Dow, her 4th assist to Coleman. Looking for the 3-point play now. She will go to the line and shoot 2. We have a second want to plug our streaming schedule for the week. So obviously tomorrow we have boys hockey versus Scarborough at 8:45. That is a rematch of the state championship. That's a game you definitely want to watch. And then on Thursday, maybe an even better game than that, we have a special alumni broadcast here on TATV. We're going to have Cal Cristoforo and Jack Webb on commentary. We'll have Tyler Cadorette in attendance helping us with some sideline camera footage, and maybe even Jake Paulette, who had been doing camera for us the past couple of years. Lots of alumni back in the building for that game. That's boys basketball versus Scarborough at 7:30. And that will end our week for streaming. That one out of bounds, turnover by Windham. BTA possession. Coleman got the free throw to go. She's got 5 now. Actually, no, she didn't. Apologize.
3 days in a row of live streaming here. Boys hockey, only a 1-loss team. They've been very, very solid so far. And then both basketball teams undefeated.
That 3 from Lamson is good. And I actually apologize, I made that mistake. Coleman did get the free throw to go. Thornton goes inside. She's fouled by Pelletier, so Thornton will go to the line. 21-13 Trojans. Lamson has 9 right now, 3 of 6 shooting from the 3-point line. Cook has 3, and Coleman has 5 for the Trojans.
Good job of finding your best player and the best mismatch on the floor as Abby Thornton goes to work on the smaller Claudia Pelletier and is able to get around her pretty easily and get to the line.
First one is no good from Thornton. We see now Morgan Bolduck will check in for Claudia Pelletier. Thornton's second one is good. Abby Thornton has 7 for Windham. And they're now down by 7. Here's Bolduc back up top to Cook. Cook looking to drive in, almost lost control of it there, is able to pick it up, and now Coleman has it. Lamson now looking to get inside, good pass to Dow, but it's off the mark. Lots of players on the floor now, but it's taken away by Windham. Long pass from Levesque to Jarvas, and Jarvas kind of threw it low to Ledbetter, and it went off her leg and out of bounds. It'll be TA ball. Under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Perfect opportunity for Windham, but the pass just a little bit late to get there. And Thornton will catch a break, up 21-14.
Here is Lamson. Cook, now to Coleman. Lots of movement on the floor here by TA. This is what's helped them get some baskets, finding open players. Dow to Coleman. Dow just sets the screen. Coleman will take the 3. Just off the mark. Trying to get her own rebound. Ledbetter is able to pick it up. Nice pass to Mallory Muse off the mark. Now Cook with the rebound. There's Lamson inside to Dow. Dow trying to turn. Spins the other way. That hook layup was off by just a little bit. It'll be out of bounds. Off TA Windham possession now. We'll see Coleman check out and Sulikowski go on. And now a timeout from head coach Eric Marston of the Trojans, 21-14. We'll keep it here for the moment.
Same post move Dow tried a couple of minutes ago and could not get it to go this time. These two teams do seem pretty evenly matched. It's been a competitive game and a fun one to watch, as both teams have been able to score pretty easily, although TA has a better record on the season.
While we have a second here during this timeout, we want to just talk very briefly. As many of you may know, during the Buffalo Bills-Cincinnati Bengals game this past Monday, which was yesterday, a player did go down and had an emergency on the field. We just want to give our thoughts and prayers here from the TATV crew and also the people here at Thornton Academy to Damar Hamlin, as he is in the hospital right now and seems to be doing better than he was on Monday. But I just want to give our thoughts and prayers out to him and his family and everyone in the Buffalo Bills organization through this tough time.
Definitely.
Players are back on the floor here after that timeout. 2:16 to go in the second quarter. Windham may need a couple big baskets here in the next 2 minutes if they want to stay in this game. TA has done a great job of scoring early in the second half. That layup by Ledbetter was off the mark. It was rebounded by Garrison. This three-pointer from Mallory Muse is good. Garrison grabbed the rebound, then passed it right to Muse, who got a 3. It's now 21-17.
A great offensive rebound and able to find an open shooter out on the wing. Gorham taking advantage of these miscues by TA.
Out of bounds. Jarvas mishandled it. TA now bringing it up the floor. Here is Jessica Dow. Tried a Euro step and it ends up rolling in. Great move there from Jessica Dow. Gets it to go and TA's lead is now 6.
That's a tough finish. A scoop left-handed shot and got the roll.
Nice pass inside to Mallory Muse. That one came from Jarvas. Ledbetter. Couple of nice dribbles. There's Garrison. Garrison driving inside, trying to get around Dow. Gives it out to Muse. Muse another 3. That one is too far, but Ledbetter has the rebound. Ledbetter blocked hard by Dow on the pass that was looking for Levesque.
Windham's been at the right place at the right time getting these offensive rebounds, and they keep giving themselves chances. We'll see if they can get some points to show for it here with under a minute to go in the half.
Here's Muse. 23-17 now. Jarvas inside to Levesque. Nice pass, just too hard on the layup. That was a close one for Windham. Bolduc picked up the rebound. Lamson to Dow. Dow out up top to Hannah Cook. Catch and shoot. Got it. Hannah Cook, her second three of the day. She's 2 of 2 from the three-point line. Jessica Dow with her 5th assist in the first half, and TA's lead is now at 9.
No hesitation there from Hannah Cook, and a couple of feet off of the three-point line.
Levesque. Sulikowski with great defense. Out of bounds, and that's TA possession. That's off Levesque. Great defensive play there from Sulikowski. Coach Marston giving out his instructions here with 6.3 seconds left.
They have shooters all over the floor. We'll see which one they can get open for the final shot here.
Lamson's got some space. She will drive in instead, and she's fouled. She will now shoot 2 with 1.5 seconds to go. If they are daring, they may choose to miss the second one on purpose, look for a rebound, but we'll see what Coach Marston thinks about that one. 9-point lead for TA. It's Lamson going to the line looking to get her 10th and 11th point. She's got number 10. There's not sure what's happening on the floor here. The refs seem to be.
I don't think anybody knows what's happening.
Oh, I guess maybe the ref was confused about maybe the score or something was going on. Lots of confusion here. Fans, players, coaches, announcers.
Oh, they hadn't called the foul.
Oh. That foul was on Ledbetter for Windham. See what Lamson decides to do here. She gets it. It's 11 for her. Windham now. As time expires, ball did not get off in time. So that'll do it for the first half. TA breaks open the lead just a little bit. It's now 28-17, an 11-point lead. We'll take a break here on TA TV. Be back for some halftime thoughts and the second half of action.
Hey, Dan. How's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
I chose to attend TAMS because it was a change of scenery. It was a much smaller school.
Because of the amazing teachers.
How small it is and the community about it and how everybody knows each other.
You can know all the kids here, so it makes it much more easier to make friends.
They just get you ready for high school.
TAMS is special.
TAMS is amazing.
TAMS is fabulous.
TAMS is fun.
TAMS feels like a family.
Back here on TATV with just about 2 minutes to go in the halftime break. Before we get going, I want to thank our halftime sponsor. This is sponsored by Top It Mobile Ice Cream Cart, a ice cream cart for any of your event needs, whether that be a birthday, a wedding, a baby shower. I mean, even for a bar mitzvah if you wanted to. You can always check out the Top It Mobile ice cream page whenever you want to at topitonthego.com. We also want to thank some of our other sponsors, Saco Bedford Savings, Packwell and Carroll Insurance, and the Webb Family Law Firm, who will host our post-game show. But Cole, as we look to the first half, TA strong start. Again, 9-0. They let that up, though. It was 9-9 for a decent portion there. They led by about 6 going into the second quarter, and then they blew that lead wide open. It's now 28-17. Lamson has 11 leads, all scores. What did you see from TA in that first half?
Yeah, it was an entertaining first half, and they were really able to recapture what they had in the beginning of the first quarter. And as you said, Kylie Lamson's really pacing them on offense, bringing the energy, hit 3 3-pointers in the first half, and this team can really light it up from downtown. Hannah Cook had a couple of threes as well, I believe, and so really good first half from this team, shooting the ball, and they've done pretty well finishing at the rim, getting to the line a couple times. Windham is a tough team. I know they're only 3-3, but they are a quick team, and they like to cut to the basket, and when they can hit these cutters with good passes, they can score effectively. So defending that in the second half will be a challenge for the Trojans, but they do have an 11-point cushion and will look to roll to a 6-0 record.
TA has been worked in their bench a little bit more than Windham has. Windham has only seen 6 players on the floor. TA, on the other hand, we've seen 8, which is pretty common actually for Thorne Academy. Coach Eric Marson likes to use his subs pretty early on to keep his players well rested and energized. A little less common in boys basketball and Coach Bob Davies. 2 more quarters to go here. Windham will start with possession, and it'll be Elizabeth Levesque. Now here's Garrison over to Abby Thornton. Thornton has 7 right now for Windham. Garrison almost took a 3, but Coleman got there with defensive pressure and time. Nice pass from Garrison to Thornton, and Thornton hits her first basket of the second half. Garrison with her 5th assist there for Windham. Here's Dow. Back out to Hannah Cook. Cook gives it off to Sulikowski. Sulikowski trying to find Cook off the hands of Garrison. Oh, actually, to go off Coleman. It looked like it was off Garrison. Tough play there.
Yeah, not a great decision there, trying to fit it into traffic. Good defense by Garrison. Got in front of Emily Coleman, and Sulikowski couldn't wrap it around.
Muse over to Thornton, now to Garrison. Garrison looking for a cutter. Thornton has it now. Muse. Windham moving the ball quickly. Now Jarvas trying to get around Cook. Stolen away there by Sulikowski. Sulikowski gives it off to Dow. Nice pass. Great pass there from Sulikowski for her first assist. Dow's 3rd basket, and TA's lead is now back up to 11.
Great ball handling in transition by Sulikowski there, and then a deflection on the defensive end. It's just great work and great vision there to keep her dribble alive and find Dow for an easy finish.
Sulikowski tipped it out of bounds there. A little bit of a mismatch here on defensively. Sulikowski playing on Levesque. A definite height advantage for Sulikowski. And Stella Jarvas, who's been playing as the 5 for Windham, is guarded by Hannah Cook. It seems to be working so far for the Trojans, as defensively they've held Windham to 19 points. Windham, here's Thornton, going around, that one's off the rim. And taken by Hannah Cook. Now here's Dow, back to Cook. Cook sets for the 3. That one just does not go, and Levesque grabs the rebound.
Good play though by Dow. Looked for something in transition, but saw nothing was there, so then hit the trailing Hannah Cook.
Thornton gets to Levesque. Levesque puts one up. That layup had a little too much oomph on it, and it does not go. Rebound that time for Lamson. Lamson, spin and floater, no good. Rebound put back by Sulikowski's good. She's got 4 with 2 rebounds now in the game, and TA's lead is increased once again. Now it's 13. Windham needs to respond.
Windham might be the quicker team, but TA has been more physical so far. They've put some hits on the Windham Eagles so far, and Sulikowski was all alone for that.
Tough play there. It didn't look like a foul to me, but the ref decided to call it. It is a basket for Kylie Garrison, a foul on Coleman, which is Coleman's second foul. And Garrison now has 4, looking for the three-point play to make it 5 points for her in the game. Garrison off the mark, and that one is going to be grabbed by Thorin. Abby Thorin ended up with the rebound. That's a jump ball, and it's white possession. So TA will have it now, 32-21.
This game has gotten physical, and it's been interesting to see what they've called and what they haven't, because Hannah Cook got bumped in the corner, but there was no call.
Lamson got the space and tried to get her own rebound. Garrison had the rebound. Lamson now 3 of 7 shooting. Garrison's 3, off the mark. Rebound to Mallory Muse.
Good job getting back on defense. Windham had a 5-on-4 with Kylie Lamson on the other end, but TA is able to defend the 3.
Great defense from Sulikowski as Levesque gets it around to Abby Thorin. Thorin's 3, off the mark. Rebound Lamson. Thorin missed her first 3. Now that's Sulikowski falling down on the far side of the court. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be Windham possession. Really back and forth now. Both teams trying to score in transition. Both teams having a little trouble doing so, but TA still holds that 11-point lead with under 5 to go now in the third quarter. Okay, if you're just joining us here in the second half, I'm Zach Tarenko here with Cole Purvis on color commentary, and we have Josh Pulsifer doing our tech tonight, and as always, Troy Bolduck on camera. We appreciate all their help as Jarvas. Her 2 goes up, no good. Foul inside, that's going to be on Jessica Dow, and Abby Thornton is going to shoot 2. Didn't look like she had the ball, but it will be, oh, actually, yep.
On the floor.
It's on the floor. The Windham coach is unhappy with that. I agree, though. I look like Abby Thornton never touched the ball, so if she was fouled, there'd be no reason for it to be a shooting foul. This time, though, it'll be under the basket again.
There are some sequences in a lot of these girls basketball games where a couple minutes will go by and no team can really establish anything. So TA's just got to be patient the next time they get the ball, settle things down, and look to get their offense flowing again, because so far neither team can really gain any momentum.
Garrison goes up. She's fouled by Coleman. And Coleman not happy with that call. That's Coleman's 3rd. And now looks like Catherine LeBlanc will check in for her. As we'll now see Kylie Garrison back at the free throw line. Looking to get some points for Windham. First one, too much power on it. We've seen that a couple times from Windham. Some layups and some shots, just too much power on them. And could not get them to fall. Garrison's 2nd. Gets off the backboard and in. It's now cut to a 10-point lead. Still double digits. Been double digits for the entire third quarter for this TA lead. Here's Sulikowski trying to turn with Thornton in her face. That's out of bounds off of her. Coach Marston not happy with the call. Thought there was a foul.
Yeah, these foul calls when both teams have driven to the basket tonight haven't been super consistent. So it's been interesting to see what they have called. And still Sulikowski's fault, though. A little bit out of control there.
Garrison high arc on that shot. No good. Here's Muse. Short 2. That one's no good. Rebound to Sulikowski. Here's Lamson. And that is a 2-pointer from Lamson.
That was a great pass from Kylie Lamson. Couple of ball fakes and then found the cutting Sulikowski, who was all alone down the basket line for an easy finish.
Pass there from Lamson. Timeout called. It's now 34-22. We'll keep it here during this timeout. TA with a solid 12-point lead right now. Getting closer and closer to win number 6 on the season. I've been trying to look here and see if I can find the score of the boys game, who are currently playing at Windham, when actually thinking about it right now, the boys game may not have started. I'm not sure.
I believe it starts at 7:30.
Let me see.
7 or 7:30.
Yeah, something like that. Again, want to mention our next broadcast is tomorrow night. We have boys hockey versus Scarborough. I will be on the call with Cole Purvis. It'll be the state championship rematch from last year. It was a tough one to swallow for the boys hockey team. They lost 2-1 in double overtime. Wyatt Grodon scored both goals in that game. Fun fact about Grodon, I work with him at Ken's Seafood Restaurant in the summers. Nice kid. So that was kind of a, sad for TA, but happy for Wyatt.
Yeah, and a lot of new players for the TA hockey team, but still some returning stars that remember that loss from last year, so they'll be fired up to go beat Scarborough.
It's a steal by Sulikowski, and Thornton swipes out of her hands. I agree, Cole. It'll definitely be a good game tomorrow night. 8:45, a late one on a Wednesday night, but we're used to it at this point at the Biddeford Ice Arena. Lamson has it. Levesque on defense. Lamson back to Sulikowski. Sulikowski inside to Dow. Dow. Nice pass over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc's three. In and out. Oh, unfortunate. Cook's rebound is good. Great rebound there from Hannah Cook. It's now a 14-point lead.
Hannah Cook and Jess Dow have both been able to finish with the left hand really well tonight, and I think that could have been a foul on Hannah Cook there as well.
Great passing inside. Jarvas with the assist to Garrison, who now has 7. Windham responding with a basket of their own there.
It's just these quick little touch passes for Windham, trying to find somebody rolling to the basket.
LeBlanc will get another chance at a 3. That one's off the mark. And Dow fighting for a rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go Windham's way.
Windham crowd wanted it over the back there on Jess Dow, but I think it was a good job just out jumping the Windham player and grabbing that ball.
Here's Jarvas giving it over to Abby Thornton. Thornton's 3, in and out. Jarvas got it, kept it in play. Mallory Muse, her 3 is good. Mallory Muse with her second 3 of the day. That pass came from Jarvas. And now TA, lead has been cut to 9.
Windham hasn't really been able to match the 3-point scoring from TA so far, so it's good for them to finally get a 3 under their belt. They're not much of a shooting team. Thornton's really been, and Muse have really been the only ones that have shot the ball for them.
Lamson's step back 3 was off the mark. And the putback there from Lamson is good for 2 points. Garrison to Jarvas. Looking for a cutter, gets it to Garrison. Garrison almost lost control of that one there. Garrison drives inside, a floater off the mark. The rebound, Muse is able to pick it up. Back out to Abby Thornton. Inside, Thornton turning. And Jarvas couldn't put it up. Fighting for it, LeBlanc got the rebound. Great rebound there by Catherine LeBlanc. It's now an 11-point lead. We're just about to hit the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Sulikowski, long 3, no good. Rebound, Jessica Dow. Look for the putback. Can't get it to fall. Here's Cook, and she got it. Cook, another rebound for her and another basket.
Doing the little things really well, offensive rebounding, and on their third chance they get a basket. It's one thing when you have so many great dynamic players that can score like this, and it's another thing when they share the basketball so well. And TA has really been sharing the ball really well, and they have some great players that can put up some big numbers.
Time stop there on a foul call on Jessica Dow. That's her third. 40-27. 5 fouls on TA, 0 on Windham in this quarter, or half to be exact. And Dow will take a seat. Coach Marson being safe with the players that are in foul trouble. Getting inside to Garrison. Garrison trying to turn. Good move and good work by Garrison to score that basket in the paint. It's now back to an 11-point lead.
So one thing Windham's had going for them tonight, they've been able to find good matchups. When they have a taller player on a smaller player, they've been able to attack that and take advantage, and that's what they did there.
Assuming that was Hannah Cook going up for the layup. It's a foul called. And they're going to say refs are trying to figure out whether or not that was on the floor or was a shooting foul. And it's on the floor. That was Levesque with her third foul. Excuse me, first foul for Levesque. Wow, what a shot there from Catherine LeBlanc. Going kind of under the rim and putting one up. And Windham can't do anything with that one. Great job there by TA to finish out the quarter. A little bit of confusion by both teams, but that'll do for the third quarter. 42-29, TA still holding on to that nice lead. Take a break here on TA TV. Be back for the rest of the game.
Hey, Dan, how's that proposal coming?
Just finished. I am sending it right now.
Okay, good. Oh, no. How are we looking for noon? We got like 2 minutes. Dan.
Run over here.
Is this my room? Wow, Dad! Is this your room?
We are back here on TA TV for the final quarter of action between the Windham Eagles and the Thornton Academy Golden Trojans. If you're just joining us or need a recap, it's 42-29, and Kylie Lampson has had a great game with 13 points for TA. Hannah Cook has 10. And TA has been dominant all quarters of this game. Cook will take a long three by herself. That's 13 for Cook now. She's 3 of 4 from the three-point line, and TA's lead is now 16.
They've been more consistent than pretty much any other team in Class AA shooting the three, and they get multiple players into double figures almost every game. Just shows you the depth they have and the consistency that they have shooting the ball. Really good to not have that one star that you have to rely on. They have multiple players that can fill it up every night.
We talked about last year and even coming into this year that TA was bringing back roughly the same roster. And the only spot they were going to have to fill was Mackenzie Melendez, who's now playing very well at Central Maine Community College. Melendez was a great defensive threat, but also a good shooter and aggressive player. And they've definitely filled that role with Kylie Lampson, who's been their top scorer this year. Has done a great job facilitating as both free throws are missed by Stella Jarvas.
Yeah, she's definitely exceeded expectations and done very well shooting the ball.
Great work up the floor, dribbling from Sulukowski. Great footwork as well, but tipped out of bounds off of the Eagles, so it'll be TA possession under the basket. Lamson will give it into Dow. Dow to Lamson. Lamson got enough space, and she hits another three. That's number 4 for her. She's 4 of 9 today shooting from the three-point line, and she has 16.
It's well contested too in a high arc, but gets it to go, and they've really pulled away up by 19 now.
Ledbetter. The three is good. Pass from Levesque. Nice job there in response. Ledbetter's first three and first basket of the day. That is a carry call on Lamson. You don't see those very much, Cole. It'll be Windham possession right in front of the scorers table. Shout out to Mr. Grusty and Dr. Cole, who do scoring and stats for all the girls basketball home games. Garrison has it. Still down 16, but lots of time left on the clock. We've seen them score 9 quickly. Jarvas couldn't get her basket to fall, and the rebound by Lamson almost lost it out of bounds. She was able to keep it. Lamson, nice pass to Sulakowski. 2 players on defense there. Cook can't get it. That's going to go off of Garrison. And that is TA ball.
Windham just straight up double teamed Sulakowski there and made her have to make a big pass, and it was tough to get it to Hannah Cook. But TA will still have possession.
Cook gives it into Sulakowski. Sulakowski hasn't shot from behind the three-point line today very much, only 0 of 1. Did a little bit more work in the paint. She's had a great game. Sulakowski has 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. She's been playing on their Windham's point guard, Elizabeth Levesque. Here's Dow to Cook. Out to Kylie Lamson. Lamson to Sulakowski. Lamson's got some space, fake the 3, drives in the floater just short. The rebound grabbed by Ledbetter. Ledbetter be out of bounds. That's going to be a foul on Thornton Academy, and that is,
I believe it was Lamson.
Her first foul. Tia has been in somewhat of foul trouble, but with a 16-point lead, it's really not become a factor yet in this game, as Windham will go to the line and shoot 1 of 1 now. It'll be Ledbetter. Ledbetter, a freshman on this team. That one's off the mark. Rebound by Cook. Cook has 7 rebounds today with 13 points. There's Dow driving inside. She's fouled by Jarvas. That is the first on Stella Jarvas today. Oh, excuse me, 3rd on Jarvas. Lamson throws it out up top for Dow, who gets there in time. Getting it back to Lamson, defended by Ledbetter. Here's Coleman. Coleman back in the game for the first time since the first half. Dow, nice turn, and it rolled in and out of the basket. That's very unlucky for Jessica Dow. Rebound by Garrison. Fouled on the way up. That's Abby Thornton. Thornton will go to the line and shoot 2.
Coach Marston is not having these calls. There hasn't been much consistency with these calls, and Windham's had plenty of chances to shoot free throws here in the second half. 5 minutes left, and it looks like TA is going to come away with another win, but they can still practice the little things like rebounding the ball and finishing at the rim, which they're going to need to work on.
First one is good for Abby Thornton.
They played a great game, and the shooting is really the story. I don't know how you can stop a team when they're shooting this well.
In for the first time is Brianna Duarte. Levesque takes a seat. That one picked up by Kylie Garrison. Ledbetter. 3 is good. Pass from Abby Thornton. Ledbetter hits 2 threes, and now a couple of quick points here for Windham. 48-36 now, under 5 to go.
Yeah, their shooting wasn't much of a factor in the first half, but they've come alive in the second.
Sulakowski 3, no good. It'll be out of bounds, and it'll stay TA ball. We've talked about the opponents that TA has in the South. You look at the North, it's a little bit more competitive. Oxford Hills and Cheverus have great teams for Class AA North for girls. And TA actually is somewhat of beneficial, but also gets a tougher opponent this year as a timeout called there by Thornton Academy. The Marshwood girls team, who was in Class AA South, had to cancel their season.
Massabesic.
Massabesic, sorry. I must have said, did I say Marshwood? Maybe what I said, yeah. As I said, Massabesic canceled their season. That's 2 games that TA lost. And they were able to find a game to replace one of them, and that is versus Cheverus. Kind of a weird game that was put into their schedule, but they will get to see the talent in the North. That's January 25th. I'm not sure if we're broadcasting that game, but if we can, we will try to. That is going to be a huge matchup, as Cheverus has been one of the top teams. Unfortunately, they won't be playing Oxford Hills, who's also a great team in Class A North, but TA has definitely been dominating the South and haven't really had any trouble, so it'll be a good test of their skill.
Yeah, how about that for a change in schedule? You go from Massabesic, who wasn't looking to win many games this year, to Cheverus, who's really, you could say, the favorite in Class AA and when it comes to the tournament and winning the state championship. And of course, this TA team has a great chance to go undefeated. They certainly do with the way that they've started, and you could say, well, that could put their undefeated season in jeopardy, but it's also a great test down the road to play a team like Cheverus, who has a lot of star power on their team. And we'll see if TA can match that. But so far, TA's been too complete of a team for anybody to really compete with them, because they have 4 scorers: Lamson, Sulikowski, Cook, and Dow can all shoot the 3 very well and create for themselves. So it's been a deadly offense so far.
Coach Marston going with a spread here, trying to let Lamson take control, but off her leg, led better with good defense. All the players are going to the outside now. Sulikowski trying to drive in, and Thornton, another hand in there. That's going to be Windham possession, and Coach Marston is furious.
Yeah, Sulikowski drove into multiple players there, as TA, as you said, 5 players around the 3-point line, and Windham packs the paint, forcing Sulikowski to make a tough play.
That is a tough call there. That did not look like that went off of any hand, leg, or foot of Sulikowski. So Windham has possession now. This is big for them. This is something that they could score some points off of and get back in this game. See what happens though. Garrison now. Thornton almost ran into Sulikowski. Now off to Garrison. Garrison was thinking about a 3. Good screen there, but lost, and Sulikowski comes out with her 4th steal. She takes it right back. She will dribble back, looking inside to Lamson. That one's stolen away into the hands of Jarvas.
She's got to settle it down a little bit more. Kind of a one-handed pass from Sulikowski there.
Garrison goes up and lays it in. Garrison going all by herself there.
They've got to be more precise with their passes on offense.
The 16-point lead has been cut down to 10. And you can feel the momentum somewhat shifting here as the energy increases in this building. Lamson defended by Ledbetter. That's a foul call on Abby Thornton. That is the first for Thornton of the Eagles.
Windham's had more urgency coming up and guarding the ball and putting pressure on Kylie Lamson, not letting them take time off the clock and standing in the backcourt. See if they can get a steal out of it.
Sulikowski goes back to Lamson. Lamson now going one-on-one. Gives it off to Dow. Dow trying to drive it on Jarvas, and yep, there's another foul. This one on Stella Jarvas. We're a little not surprised up here, but we're still not sure of when calls are going to happen here. As you said, Cole, a little bit of inconsistency on the calls. Dow, nice lay-in. Jarvas got a 4th foul on that last play.
That move's been really effective today, that one dribble, and then takes a shot with her left hand. And the lead's back to 12.
Jarvas goes up, and that's a travel. 50 to 38, 2:38 to go. Here's Lamson. Lamson, double guarded on defense there. Cook is pushed. She's passed the ball to Dow. That's number 30, which is Brianna Duarte with her second foul. Duarte will check off, back on as Elizabeth Levesque. Here's Cook. Cook going out to Lamson. Lamson. Here's Cook. Could have taken a three, but thought about it. Coleman hands it off to Dow. That's stripped. And Dow is down on the ground as her right arm got pulled back. Like that was okay. That looked a little bit uncomfortable there as when they were going for the jump ball. Jarvas pulled it back and Dow's arm went backwards a little bit there, but she seems to be okay. Here's Levesque. Gives it off to Thornton. Thornton to Ledbetter. Ledbetter thinking about a shot. Jarvas trying to go up with it, and she's fouled by Cook.
Ledbetter had an open shot at the elbow, probably should have taken it. But it won't matter if Windham can knock down these 2 free throws.
Third foul on Cook. Timeout by Windham before she can shoot the first one. We'll keep it here on TATV. Well, Cole, it is getting very hot in this gym here, not just with the actual heat and temperature, but with the anticipation of what might happen in this game. You know what I need? I need some Top It mobile ice cream cart.
Yeah.
I need that cart here so I can have some ice cream, because it is some great ice cream for all your event needs, and this is somewhat of an event here. I mean, we are putting on somewhat of a show, as you might want to call it.
We'll definitely hear about Top It more during the hockey game.
Yeah, as they
Top It kind of stole the show the last hockey game. They were mentioned about every 10 seconds.
They are the sponsor for our icings, and yeah, we had an icing-filled game in the TA win over South Portland a few weeks ago. 2:03 to go in the game. Both teams drawing up plays, figuring out their strategies for the end of this one. I'm Zach Tarenko here with Cole Purvis, Josh Pulsfer, and Troy Bolduck. No Jeff Cushionberry tonight. That's okay, though. He'll be with us tomorrow. It's the first time this year we haven't had a full crew, which is pretty impressive and very nice to see. We will be having some sideline footage back on Thursday versus boys basketball versus Scarborough during our alumni broadcast. We will have lots of alumni. We'll have Cal Cristoforo, who's now at Syracuse, Jack Webb, who was at UMaine and Sacred Heart. We'll have Taylor Cataret, who is what I've heard his nickname is, the OG TATV member. And Jake Paulette, who's been helping us with camera for a couple years here, whenever he can. Although me and Jake are feuding because he's a Vegas Golden Knights fan, and I'm a Bruins fan, and I can't stand when he wears that Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Lamson has a nice pass inside to Sulikowski. The lay-in just off the mark. Ledbetter with the rebound.
It's going to take a lot for Windham to actually win this game, but they've got to find some shooters.
Garrison's three is good. Pass from Levesque.
And they do that really quickly, but they're going to have to do it some more here as they're still down by 9. TA's got to stay patient and stay in control of the basketball.
It's a hard foul from Jarvas on Dow, and she just fouled out. Stella Jarvas fouls out. Back on is Brianna Duarte. So Jarvas. Only 6 fouls right now. One more will put them in the 1-and-1 shooting from the free throw line. 9-point lead. Ball goes to Cook.
It's been a tough game for Jess Dow. She's gotten hit many times, has ended up on the floor multiple times.
Levesque's second foul with 1:30 to go. It'll be Cook at the line for the Trojans.
This is where you can put it away. Hit 2 free throws. It'll be back to an 11-point lead. Under 90 seconds left.
Cook, that's number 14 for her. And it's now back to a 10-point lead. At this point, looks like it might be over for the Windham Eagles, but you can't ever count them out. Cook gets both to go. She's got 15. It's been Cook and Lamson today scoring. They have combined of 31 of TA's 52 points. Here's Garrison trying to drive inside. Garrison goes up with it. Can't get to fall. Cook has it. Cook to Dow. Dow to Lamson. And they're going to foul Lamson. And she'll go to the line.
TA surpassed 50 points in every single one of their games so far.
It's very impressive. Something that I'm not sure if any other team has done this year.
And the closest game they've had so far is 16 points deficit. So this could be the closest game that they've played all year, but they're still likely going to walk out of here with a commanding win.
I think, Cole, at least myself, it makes me wonder what that Chevrolet game will be like. You know, how TA will start that game and how they will finish it. But I'm definitely excited for that one. Again, hopefully we can do that game. We will obviously update people on the social media pages. And there's a foul called on Levesque.
Yeah, Chevrolet will be a step ahead of every other team that they've played this year, and like you said, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to a challenge, which they haven't really had yet. Although Windham has come in and played a little bit better than their record suggests, sitting at 500 on the year. They gave them a solid fight.
I have no doubt, though, that Coach Marston will set his team up for success in that game versus Chevrolet. Again, that's January 25th, which, if off the top of my head, I think that's a Wednesday, a couple weeks from now. As Cook gets both free throws to fall, and she now is tied for most points in the game for all scorers. She's tied with Lamson. Inside to Garrison. Garrison trying to drive on Coleman. Ball goes down to Levesque, inside to Ledbetter. Nice put in by Ledbetter. Timeout called. Ledbetter has 8 now, and that was the third assist for Levesque. 30-second timeout for the Eagles. With 35 seconds left, we'll keep it here. So Cole, as you know, I don't know if anybody else out there knows, we just ended our winter break. What was your favorite memory from the winter break of this year?
I don't know. Christmas Day was good. I would say
nice.
Maybe New Year's Eve.
What'd you do? You hang out with your family?
Went to my friend's house.
Oh, is it?
Troy knows.
Is it your friend Troy?
No, we had.
Mutual friend?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys stay up for the ball drop at midnight?
Yes, watched some college football.
Nice.
2 great college football games.
Yeah, those were crazy.
Actually did not watch the ball drop. I watched Ohio State lose, which is better than the ball drop.
Who do you think's going to win, TCU or Georgia?
I think TCU will keep it close for 3 quarters, but Georgia will definitely win.
Dow, and she's going to hold on to the ball.
I do also like Michigan, so it's tough to see them lose. I think they're the better team. They just played a really bad game.
Ledbetter takes it away, and she's fouled. And her stretch out on the floor. 9 fouls for each team. That one was on Lamson, her second. And so now we will have 2 shots for Neve Ledbetter, who has 8 points. 2 of 2 from the 3-point line today. At this point, the game is just about over. 14 seconds, TA with a 12-point lead. Ledbetter, the first, is off the mark. Pretty nice crowd on hand today. Fan section wasn't as strong as we've seen in a couple other games, but still a nice showing from Windham fans and TA fans alike. Stolen away there by Lamson, and that's going to be out of bounds. It'll be TA possession with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, Windham did not bring a big crowd, but definitely a louder crowd, as both sides a little bit frustrated. There have been some ugly moments in this game, but TA is going to prevail in kind of a chippy game. And they'll move to 6-0 on the season.
And that's going to do it as time expires. So, as you said, Cole, 6-0 for the Trojans, remain undefeated. Windham falls to 3-4. Still a good fight for them, 55-43. Top scorers for TA: Lamson with 17, Cook with 17, and then Jessica Dow with 8 for Windham. Kylie Garrison had 14, and Abby Thornton had 10, with Ledbetter adding 8. Any last thoughts, Cole, before we wrap this up?
Great game, but TA's shooting attack was too much, and this offense is going to be hard to stop. We'll see who can do it, but they rolled a 6-0. Great win.
That is the best way to say it, Cole. Great win for TA. That's going to do it here from Linnell Gymnasium. We will see you tomorrow for boys hockey at 8:45 from Biddeford Ice Arena. So for Zach Tarenko, Cole Purvis, Josh Pulsifer, and Troy Bolduck, I want to say thank you for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.